Hi, I'm Mrs. C, and this is Math Defined. In this video, I will show you how you can use number lines to add positive and negative numbers, also known as integers. I'm going to show you a few examples using number lines, but then I'm also going to give you the rules for adding integers without using any number line at all. You won't want to miss that, so let's get started. Let's begin with this first expression of positive 5 plus positive 2. I'm going to start by drawing a number line. Now, when you are using a number line to add integers, you will need to look at the first term of positive 5 and place a marker at that point on the number line. So I'm going to find my 0 that separates the positive and negative integers, and then since that first term is positive 5, I'm going to look 5 places to the right and place my marker at positive 5. Then I'll look at the second term of positive 2 being added to positive 5. Adding a positive 2 means that I will need to move 2 more spaces to the right on the number line. So starting at my marker of positive 5, I will move 2 places to the right like this. As you can see, I stopped at positive 7. You will notice that as you move to the right on the number line, the values increase. So the answer, or the sum, to positive 5 plus positive 2 is positive 7. Now let's take a look at this example. We have negative 2 plus negative 4. First, I'll find the 0 on the number line, and then looking at my first term of negative 2, I'll look 2 places to the left of 0 this time and place my marker at negative 2. The next term in this expression is negative 4. Since the 4 is negative, I will need to move 4 spaces to the left on the number line. I will start at my marker of negative 2 and then move 4 places to the left. 4 places to the left of negative 2 is negative 6. This time, the values are decreasing as you move to the left on the number line. So the sum of negative 2 plus negative 4 is negative 6. Are you beginning to see a pattern? If you're liking this video content so far, share it with a friend, give it the thumbs up, click that subscribe button along with the notification bell. Showing your support really does make a huge difference for the channel. And if you're a returning viewer of my channel, thank you. All right then, let's take a look at this expression where a positive 8 is being added to a negative 7. I'll bring in the number line again, and we'll start by finding the 0, and then we'll look 8 places to the right and place our marker at positive 8. Next, we'll look at the next term in the expression, which is negative 7. Since the 7 is negative, that means that we will need to move 7 spaces to the left of positive 8. As you can see, we stopped at positive 1. And again, as we move left of positive 8 on the number line, the values decreased. So the sum of positive 8 plus negative 7 is positive 1. Now this expression here of negative 3 plus positive 3 is an example of adding 2 integers that are opposites of each other. Negative 3 is the opposite of positive 3. Let's see what happens when we add a pair of opposites. Looking at the number line here, the first thing we need to do is place a marker at negative 3. The next term in the expression is the opposite of negative 3, which is positive 3. So we will need to move 3 spaces to the right of our marker at negative 3. As you can see, we stopped at 0. So the sum of negative 3 plus positive 3 is 0. And this would be true of any pairs of opposite integers, because any number, say like negative 11, added to its opposite, which in this case would be positive 11, is 0. Now we have an expression with more than just 2 terms. So that means that we will need to follow the order of operations. Since the terms are being added to each other, we will need to add from left to right. Looking at the number line again, we will place a marker at positive 9. Since the next term being added to positive 9 is positive 2, we will need to move 2 spaces to the right on the number line, stopping at positive 11. The next term being added in this expression is negative 7, which means that we will need to move 7 spaces to the left, starting at positive 11. And as you can see, we stopped at positive 4. So the sum of positive 9 plus positive 2 plus negative 7 is positive 4. Now that you've practiced adding integers using number lines, it is time to look at the two rules for adding integers without having to use the number lines. I think you find them to be pretty straightforward and very easy to understand. The first couple of expressions that we looked at, both of the integers had the same signs, positive 5 plus positive 2 and negative 1 plus negative 9. So the first rule in adding integers is that if the integers have the same signs, then you add and keep the sign. So positive 5 plus positive 2 is positive 7. And negative 1 plus negative 9 is negative 10. Then we looked at expressions where the integers had different signs. Here we have positive 8 plus negative 7 and negative 20 plus positive 5. The rule here is a little different. When the integers have different signs, you subtract and keep the sign of the larger integer. So looking at positive 8 plus negative 7, we need to subtract 8 minus 7 to get 1, and then we need to determine if this 1 is positive or negative. Since 8 is the larger number and it is positive, our answer of 1 will be a positive 1. Now let's look at negative 20 plus positive 5. We need to subtract 20 minus 5 to get 15. And then again, we need to determine if this 15 is positive or negative. Since 20 is a larger number than 5 and 20 is negative, our answer will be negative 15. Don't you think using these two rules is a whole lot easier than having to draw out all those number lines? I know I do. Let's practice these rules. Here we have the expression negative 6 plus negative 5. Since both of the integers have the same sign, all we need to do is add them together and keep the sign. So 6 plus 5 is 11, and since both of the integers are negative, the sum is negative 11. Now let's use the number line to check our answer. We'll start by placing a marker at negative 6. The next term in the expression is negative 5. We will need to move to the left 5 spaces, which gives us negative 11. Now we have the expression negative 8 plus positive 10. Since each integer has a different sign, we will need to subtract them first and then determine if our answer will be positive or negative by looking at the larger number. So 10 minus 8 is 2, and since positive 10 is the larger number, the sum will be positive 2. Now let's use the number line again to check our answer. First, we'll place our marker at negative 8. Since the next term is positive 10, we'll need to move 10 spaces to the right of negative 8, which, as you can see, gives us positive 2. I hope this video helped you understand adding integers. You can check out more of my math videos at Math Defined. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.